Alright guys, couple of things before we go into the money site stuff, and the first thing I want to do is go through again just a couple of things in Flipper before we go further, because if you did not watch the last video until the end, you might have missed that we found a way that we can get some good results just by putting in a keyword in here. Okay, it's still not as good as what it used to be with the old user interface, where we could search by previously purchased websites that didn't have any sort of timestamp in there. But what I did discover towards the end of that video, in case you did not watch it, was that if we put in a simple keyword in here and keep it very broad, then you will start to get some results. Okay, so you can see here we pulled up this one called motorcyclefairings.net. This is a great niche for somebody who wants to get into it, and the more I'm looking in Flipper, and I've spent quite a lot of time in here over the last few hours, the more I'm starting to think the value of Shopify is actually huge. But that would have to be a different course, because I don't want to divert from what I'm doing right now as it doesn't fit into the Traffic Scout Alpha stuff as much. So for example, this motorcyclefairings.net, if you're looking for a niche, this is a very, very, very good niche. I've just gone through and I've done some research on that. Even though I know nothing about it, I didn't even know what fairings were. But if you go through and read this guy is not doing SEO, he's not doing retargeting, he's not doing a whole bunch of stuff, and he's giving some good ideas in here as well, where he's talking about, you know, how you can increase the revenue for a site that's already doing very, very well. And he's talking about getting some sponsoring some influencers to drive more traffic to the site. He's got a whole bunch of products he hasn't listed in here, and he's also talking about some other competitors that have sold their websites for 71,000, and there's another one here that's on sale for $500,000. He's got some good information in here as well. So if you're looking for a niche and you're into things like motorbikes, then this could be a very, very good niche for you to go into. I'm going to avoid this one because I really think it should be done via Shopify. But if I was using Shopify, I would definitely be looking into things like the motorcycle fairings. And another one that I found previously to Flipper changing the user interface was one called wheelrims.net or wheelrims.org or something. That one sold for quite good money as well. You could combine things like that as well. Now, the second thing I want to cover before we get into the money site stuff is how do we find buyer keywords. Before we get into the money site stuff, we want to identify some buyer keywords, not just some easy to rank sort of broad term keywords or informational keywords. What we want to do at this stage is of course we want to just get our website up. We want to leave it to age a little bit. If you want to do a 301 redirect to the homepage right now, yes you can. It's no big deal if you do it or do not. Okay, I'd rather you go with an exact match domain for now. We can add that 301 redirect anytime, and you can add multiple 301 redirects at any time as well. You're not focused just on one. Think of the 301 redirects almost like having PBNs, but if you do it properly, it can be done nicely without having any major risk. Okay, whereas you've got PBNs, you've got to go on different hosts and different IPs and all that kind of stuff. You're worrying about leaving footprints. With the 301 redirect, if we do it correctly, which I'll do a whole video, it'll be a webinar length video on that one. If we do it properly, we can do it nicely, we can do it without any fear, and we can do it in a way that's going to benefit us with a massive, massive boost once we have got some other things in place. Okay, but if you want to go ahead and do that right now, what I suggest you do is you get a website up with the expired domain, get some content on there, even if it's just an autoblog, or if you can go and get the previous content and put that onto the homepage, get something on there. Just to make sure that you have got some content, send some initial backlinks, and what you should really do is go and find the previous backlinks and go and backlink those, even if it's just bookmarks with OnlyWire or SendLab or one of those kind of services. Go and do that. Okay, right now, money keywords, what we want to do, 2 ways I'm going to show you how to do this, 3 ways actually I'm going to show you how to do this. Motorcyclefairings.net, what we can do, let's go through the first one, the easiest one first, and that is to go into key search. Okay, and we go into the competitors keywords, okay, just put in the full URL here. If you want to just take it from, like, take off the www, you can. It's not going to make that much of a difference. And what you will find when you do that and you've done your search, if you scroll down, you're going to start to see some buyer keywords. I mean, these are very, very specific, CBR, 500R, fairings, etc. Not massive traffic volumes, but it doesn't really matter. What we can do is we can group them, and I'll show you how we can group the keywords. In fact, we get Google to group the keywords. But this is giving you a whole bunch of stuff that if you maybe go in one by one and search all these and start saving into keyword lists inside key search, then you can start to build up these, and you can start to find a whole bunch of keywords that you can really rank for very, very easily, that might not have massive traffic on their own, but in a group within one article, it could make a significant difference. Okay, you've got to put sometimes a lot of those little keywords to make a bigger picture, if you like. Okay, all those small things help to make a bigger picture, so you can get a lot of traffic into a blog post that is full of long tail keywords that you're ranking for in one blog post. Okay, and that can lead to other things as well. Now, what you might notice as well, and a good thing to do, is you can go over and have a look for websites that have got this plugin. Okay, some have got for tags, some have got for this one. It says incoming search terms. Now this one is a bicycle one around mountain bikes. This website, mountainbikeease.com. But you will find this quite often, and how you do that is you simply take the incoming search terms phrase, okay, and you go into Google, and you can, let's just go to google.com just to make sure it can be an American version. What we can do, incoming search terms plus keyword, okay, you can see plus keyword. So what we're going to do, for example, let's put fairings in here, and we can do the search. Now ideally we're going to put those in the brackets, or we can put the inverted commas, but sometimes you will go and find, let's go and just put this in here. I think I'll need to do it because I'm not getting the results that I want in here. This is kind of weird. Look at this, Yamaha FZR fairings / beauty tips. I don't know why that's showing that. Okay, so let's see. This is something to do with RSS. Sometimes you can find them, that's the way you find them anyway. That's the search string that you want to use if you want to go and find them. That site is dead, it looks like. Let's see if we can find in here. Incoming search terms, you can see. And you might find something there that you find interesting sometimes. I found in here, for example, this is much better. Schwinn High Timber Review, for example. Mountain bike blogs, for example. That's another great way where you can find some good keywords as well. I'll show you how that works in a second as well. Right, how do we group the keywords? Actually, let's go and do what I just spotted there, because this is before I forget, because this is something I used to do quite a lot. If you want to find buyer keywords as well, what you can do, let's just do it for cycling, for example. Go broad, go very, very broad. So if I do something like cycling blogs and I do the search, now I don't know how well this is going to turn out, but I've got to guess that we're going to find a whole bunch of buyer keywords. And why is that? Because a lot of these blogs are going to be ranking for buyer keywords, or different kinds of categories that you can find. You can see in here like cycle jerseys, cycle gifts, cycling clothing, padded cycling shorts. You can see we've got buyer keywords in here. At least we've got categories in here that these websites will be using. And you can see cycle gear, cycle shorts. It's just full of these kind of buyer keywords or categories, accessories, women's clothing, etc. But we can also get that just as easy by going into the brainstorm part in here, where we just type in cycling blogs, and you're going to find the same kind of things coming up, I would imagine. No, not quite. Okay, just put in cycling. And here we can just put in that broad term, and we're seeing the same kind of things: shoes, shorts, jersey, tips, glasses, etc., socks, cap. You can get the same kind of thing just by going very broad, okay? Sunglasses, gloves for men, all that kind of thing. You can find that. This is such a great tool, this key search. They keep making it better. It's actually a very, very exciting tool. It's far, far ahead of Longtail Pro as far as I'm concerned. They've just made it so much better recently. Okay, now how do we group the keywords? Very, very easy. Okay, what we do, let's go in here, motorcyclefairings.net. Now how did I get here? Let me show you before I go further so that you can see exactly the steps that you need to take. And this is going into the competitors' keywords again. And this is really, really, really easy to do. Very, very easy to do. And what we do in Google AdWords, we go to Tools, and we come down, we go to Keyword Planner. And when Keyword Planner eventually fires up, we can click on this search for new keywords to use as a phrase, website or category. We're not going to put keywords. We come down to your landing page, go in here, click on that, motorcyclefairings.net for example, put in your competitor's name there. Now when you paste in here, you will find that your button doesn't highlight, okay, so you just have to either go forward and come back just with enter key, yeah, and then click get ideas. Okay, now when you click on get ideas, you're going to find a ton of these buyer keywords. Okay, this is very, very specific. Don't worry too much about the search volumes here, and I'll show you why in a second. But you can see it's just full of keywords that website is known for in Google, which is probably what it's ranking for as well. And we can go and probably find the same in Ahrefs or SEMrush as well, but this is the free way to do it, okay? And you can see it's got a whole bunch of very, very specific search terms, okay? Not massive traffic, some of them, it doesn't matter right now. What we can do is we can click on this one that says add group ideas, okay, and this is where we can group our keywords. You can see we've got 53 keywords for this one here. If I just click on the little arrow thing here, if I just click on that actually, you can see there's a whole bunch of keywords that are highly relevant, okay, they're related to each other. You could do a poking campaign just with this. You could do that with YouTube, put it into WordPress and see if you've got traffic. But for this kind of keywords, I wouldn't worry too much about traffic. I would go and create an article around that, okay? And I think you could probably rank for a whole bunch of these very, very simply, very, very easily. I don't think it's going to be difficult at all, okay? So you can see there's 48 keywords, 53 keywords, 16, 17, 28 keywords, 23 in these different groups, okay? And you can go and find things that you can go and create articles around, or you can do product reviews. Just make sure you've got those words in there, okay? And use these keyword phrases as well for your anchor text, okay? When you're doing your backlinking, you want to use these for your anchor text, whether you want to do that with some bookmarking, which can get indexed very, very quickly. That's why we like to use bookmarking, or whether you want to do some sort of video backlinks, maybe coming from Dailymotion, YouTube, and the bunch of various other places. You can do that as well. You might find on Fiverr some gigs that will do, for example, Traffic Geyser, where he allows you to do to spin your headlines. Then this is perfect. If you can get to spin your anchor text at least using that, then it's pretty good, because Traffic Geyser does have a whole bunch of video sites, okay, that we probably want to get into video send alpha as well if we just get the time to go around and do it. But you can see how easy it is to group those keywords, okay? Even if you know nothing about that niche, you can easily go and do that, okay? So that's all I wanted to cover in this video. Before we get into the money site stuff, it's important to know what your keywords are going to be, but it's equally important is to get excited about this stuff at this point before we have to go into anything like the money site, where it might seem at times to be a little bit laborious, especially when you're messing about with plugins, you're doing basic settings and all that kind of stuff. It's good to get yourself just a little bit excited before you get to that point, or just before you get to that point, so that you've got that energy, you've got that extra spark, that extra buzz to go ahead and do it. Now go and try this. For the niche that you are interested in, go and try this, the things that I've just shown you, okay? Especially the key search. It's very, very, very easy if you've got key search. Now if you haven't got it, get it. There's a link I put inside the member area where you can get a discount. It's such a fantastic tool. He keeps making it better. I've never known it to be buggy at all. It's very good, okay? Go and do a very broad term search, okay? And you can go and find a whole bunch of keywords in here like that. Now you can go and do the same thing with the Google AdWords. Just go and click on the get ideas when you paste in your competition, and you can do that with more than one site as well, and save these keywords. You can easily export from Google AdWords keyword planner tool, and you can put it into key search as well if you really want to find out you know, if there's any traffic for these. What we can do in here, for example, let's just see CSV Excel. Let's just download this, and I'll put it into key search quickly for you, just so that we can have a look and see what is there. Now I did something pretty naughty there. I should have saved it. I should have saved it inside my folder that I've got that I've been building up, but I don't have one for fairings. There's just one that I found when I was doing the search and flipper with the keywords that I wouldn't have found otherwise if I wasn't using the keywords. So let's go and see what we can do with this. Keyword research. We will go into keyword research tab one more time. Okay, I need to wait for this to load. And what we can do from here is we can go into this section here where it's got keyword planner. What we can do is come into import keyword list, okay? And you can put one per line up to 800, and we can just simply import that. Just give it a second. Okay, we need to just give it time to pull these keywords in, and we can get the volumes in here, okay, which is not too bad. Nice easy way to do it. And you know, you can go and see there's a whole bunch of keywords. They're not massive traffic, but put them all together, you know, if you've grouped them properly, getting Google to do your optimization for you. Basically, essentially that's what they're doing. They're telling you exactly how to optimize, because what they want you to do is, of course, buy some advertising. But if you do like this, nice and easy, nothing difficult at all, you can easily go and rank for some, you know, long tail keywords and start to get traffic into your site. Now, do not forget to do retargeting if you're going to do it like this as well, because that will give you access to very low cost traffic, for products that you might want to promote, that would be otherwise very hard to rank for, okay? So make sure you got your retargeting inside your WordPress site, and we will cover that in the next video as well, or the one after that. Okay, so next video all about money sites. I'm going to show you the money site that we got built. We're going to go in and we're going to do some tweaks and fixes and optimization and stuff like that. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.